Welcome to another episode of Codecast with Kieran. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of Retrieval-augmented Generation, commonly known as RAG. We'll be discussing how recent advances, particularly the introduction of modular RAG systems, are transforming the landscape of AI applications. So let's unravel the complexities and explore what these changes mean for the future of chatbot technology.
Exactly, Kieran. RAG has significantly boosted the capabilities of large language models in handling knowledge-intensive tasks. But it hasn't been without challenges, right? Historically, we began with what's termed as naive RAG, which was rather simplistic, primarily focused on retrieving documents based on similarity. But as tasks have grown more complex, the limitations of this model have become clear.
Yes, and that brings us to the need for an evolved paradigm. Advanced RAG sought to optimize retrieval efficiency, employing strategies like query rewriting and result re-ranking to improve performance. But even with these enhancements, real-world application demands have surpassed what these systems can deliver. Users expect more contextually aware responses without hallucinations, which brings us to the crux of today's topic, modular RAG.
So what exactly is modular RAG, Kieran? Can you break it down for us?
Absolutely. Modular RAG is a transformative approach that decomposes complex RAG systems into smaller, manageable, and independent modules or specialized operators. This is akin to building with Lego, where each brick represents a module that can be reconfigured for various applications. It enhances flexibility, allowing researchers and engineers to tailor solutions to specific challenges without starting from scratch every time.
I love that analogy. And this modularity isn't just for show. It also integrates sophisticated routing, scheduling, and fusion mechanisms. These mechanisms allow the system to dynamically adapt to varying requirements. For instance, it can reroute tasks based on the query's nature and maintain efficiency during retrieval and generation stages.
Right. And speaking of efficiency, let's discuss the prevalent RAG flow patterns that this modular approach introduces. We have linear, conditional, branching, and looping patterns. Each serves a different purpose depending on the complexity of the queries and the desired outcomes.
Let's unpack those a bit. The linear pattern is straightforward, processing tasks sequentially from indexing to generation. The conditional pattern, however, directs the flow based on specific conditions determined by the input query, which can vastly improve response relevance. Can you give an example of how this might look in practice?
Sure. In a customer service chatbot scenario, if the user queries about returning an item, a conditional module could reroute that query to a specific set of functions related to return policies, rather than a general query response flow. This ensures that users receive the most accurate and timely information.
That's a practical application. And branching patterns allow for parallel processing, great for multifaceted queries. Each branch can independently retrieve and generate responses, which are then synthesized at the end. Imagine a scenario where a user asks about a product, including specifications, price comparisons, and user reviews, all processed simultaneously.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the looping pattern, where the system can iterate between retrieval and generation to refine the answer. This iterative approach can deepen the context and enhance the relevancy of responses, particularly in complex question scenarios.
Kieran, considering these capabilities, how do you see modular RAG being integrated into modern chatbot systems? Any potential innovations?
Great question. I envision modular RAG powering chatbots that can learn and adapt in real time based on user interactions. For example, they could evolve their responses based on previous conversations, making interactions feel more personalized and engaging. Additionally, they could dynamically adjust their retrieval strategies based on the user's mood or urgency conveyed in the chat.
That sounds like a game changer. The ability to personalize interactions at such a granular level would indeed enhance user experience significantly. What are some of the challenges or considerations we should keep in mind with this transition?
Well, as we move toward more adaptive systems, we need to ensure they maintain transparency and control. Users should understand how decisions are made. Moreover, the integration of heterogeneous data types, think structured data like databases, unstructured data like texts, and semi-structured data like JSON, can complicate retrieval processes if not managed correctly.
That's a crucial point. As we wrap up today's discussion, what are the key takeaways for our listeners?
To sum it up, Modular RAG represents a significant leap forward in the design of retrieval-augmented generation systems, promoting flexibility and adaptability. This paradigm will empower developers to create more sophisticated chatbot systems capable of meeting the evolving demands of users. As we explore these technologies, embracing modularity will be critical in navigating future challenges while enhancing AI performance.
Fantastic insights, Kieran. Thanks for sharing your expertise with us today. It's exciting to think about how these advancements will reshape the landscape of AI and chatbot interactions in the future. Thanks to all our listeners for tuning in to this episode of Codecast with Kieran. Until next time.